How's it going, everyone? My name is True Underdog, and it's my birthday. And wouldn't you know it, NetherRealm left me the perfect gift. Mileena's classic Mortal Kombat 3 skin on my birthday. What good timing, NetherRealm. Thank you so much. Believe it or not, this is actually the rarest Mileena skin in the game. In fact, it's one of the rarest skins overall in the game. Now, in case you don't know how to get this skin because you lived under a rock, you pretty much had to give away your entire week, or at least your entire weekend, grinding the Towers of Time. Because the only way you got that skin on the far left was by being in the top 5% of players who were all grinding in the Towers of Time trying to get this skin. Now, unfortunately, as you're about to see, it is actually possible to get the page 3 skin in the store, which is already disappointing, but to get this skin, you had to be in the top 10%, which might not be the hardest thing to do, but once again, it takes up a lot of your time. There were people who lost a lot of their Thanksgiving break just trying to get this skin, and then after all that time, they find out on the very same day you can buy it in the store. Now listen, I'm not saying it should stay exclusive forever. A lot of you already know that I want the Combat League skins in the store at some point as well. But on the very first day, all that effort is immediately undermined if you have some moolah laying around. And just you wait, tomorrow it's going to be the Savage Sister skin. They're going to have both of these supposedly hard to get skins available as long as you have some extra cash laying around. I'm sorry, I just find that whole thing a bit ridiculous, and I saw some people freaking out on Twitter, some of which were content creators who I respect, and I share their sentiment. Because while I do love a lot of things about this game, and I got a lot of love for NetherRealm, I think this was a pretty bad call. At least wait a week or something before you make these skins available. Alright, I'm sorry for that little mini rant. I know it took a while. I'll put a timestamp on screen or something because now it's time to customize Mileena and see how amazing this looks on the character. And then of course we're gonna play with her and see how it looks in full motion. Let's go. Mileena in the bottom right hand corner because she's my bottom girl. Let's go. Okay, we have the classic mask first. Is this it right here? Condom in waiting. Ooh, I like the texture on it. Let's get real close so you can see that. Oh, we can't get real close, I guess. Okay, my bad. I wanted to look at it, but we can't zoom in until we're in the cosmetics mode, not just in the gear. Okay, then we got the new claws too, right? I don't think so, actually. I think it might have only been the mask that was new. And I find that a bit shocking, but we have new size, but all this stuff just seems to be from me grinding. It's not from the actual tower reward itself. So let's go ahead and move on to the cosmetics. I unlocked this one too. The Halloween colors looks pretty good. Not gonna lie. I do like that skin too. I like the default skin. Alright, so here is the second most rare Mileena skin in the game. It's the darker purple. I like this page 3 girl. That could just be referring to like a magazine. I think that's what they're going for, like a cover girl magazine or something, and she's the page 3 girl. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section. This might be a bit lost on me and flying over my head, but as you can see, it looks pretty good. Let's get in and give it a little spin. Looks pretty good. My camera can't go behind, so I'll spin her. Woo! Looks pretty good. I think purple looks really good on Mileena. You know, it makes sense that it would. Looks pretty awesome. Let's zoom in close on that texture. So check out how that looks, right? I like the tiny little fabric texture. That looks cool. It makes it look a bit different than her other mask, which already looks very classic. So already it's a nice little variation on an already existing skin, and I appreciate that it's different. Alright, but now it's time for the main event. So this is the rarest skin, unless it shows up in the store tomorrow. That would be a real bummer, but as you can see, it's more of a violet, not so much a purple. I'm gonna drop a bit of a truth bomb on you, okay? Don't freak out. All your life, what you've been told is purple is most likely violet, because an even mix of red and blue is violet, whereas purple is actually violet with a bit more blue added to it. In other words, it's much closer to blue than it is to red. So it's not exactly an even mix of both. It's closer to blue than it is to violet or red. And I can already hear the sounds of so many worldviews being shattered right now, but what you're looking at right here, this is violet. It's a closer mix of red and blue. You could even argue it's a bit maroon, so it's a bit closer to red. And that's a good example of what purple is. Purple is kind of like the opposite of maroon, and then violet is actually right in the middle. And if you want to be really technical, there's not even color names for them at all. They're actually like number assignments or something, but yeah. So I like this color more, so I'm glad it's the one that's a bit harder to get, once again, unless it shows up in the store tomorrow. But I think it looks pretty good. I think Mileena looks awesome in this skin, so let's go ahead and take her into training mode and see how things look. Alright, and it looks pretty good in the actual game. It fits her idle stance perfectly. Now, I know a lot of you would prefer a Combat Kombat League match, but the thing is, I want to upload this video today, and every time I play online, it gets demonetized without a doubt. I'm talking 100% of the time, every single Kombat League video gets demonetized, and I'm not exactly sure why, but I have a theory that it's the stages somehow. So whenever I do make a Kombat League video, I always upload it 24 hours in advance, that way YouTube has time to review it and then remonetize it before any of you see it. Not just for the monetization, but also because demonetized videos are restricted and far less people see it, including people who are already subscribed. They can't see it sometimes or get notified unless it is a monetized video. So unfortunately, I can't play Kombat League today, but I do have some really cool tips about Mileena for you. So first up, let's talk about ball roll. Everybody loves ball roll. It's your go-to way to extend combos. Now here's the problem. If you amplify and they break away late, they can actually sometimes get up in time to punish you. Now the good news is, if they break away immediately, then the amplify actually doesn't come out, and I like that feature. But in general, breakaway is a very big problem for Mileena because she pretty much only has the ball roll to start combos and they can break away immediately. However, here's one trick to even the score just a little bit. So if they break away late, you can actually command grab them, and if you pull that off, you actually get a crushing blow, which does more damage overall than your combo would have. Now I'll be honest, the timing is not easy. You really do have to do it last minute, and the hitbox isn't the best either, but it is possible. And the good news is, most players online do break away pretty late. The breakaway is still not super functional, so a lot of players can't get it as early as they want to, so as a result, it does come out late, which makes the command grab trick actually possible. So if you're fighting somebody who loves to break away all the time, well, now you know you can actually catch them with the command grab, and like you just saw, Rolling Thunder actually leaves the opponent closer, which can make the command grab easier in some situations. And this next tip might get some people mad at me because it's actually anti-Mileena tech unless you're fighting Mileena while playing Mileena, in which case this can help you out. So this move, the sliding Sai, is a really good move, right? -8, and you're so far away that even if they did have a 7-frame move, there's no way in heck they can reach you, so it's safe on block, right? Well, yes and no. You see, the move takes so long to come out that the opponent can actually forward dash and punish you for even attempting this move. So check it out. Right now I'm Devora, I can dash forward, and this is actually a crushing blow, and lots of characters have counter hit crushing blows, so this move can be really good. Just don't be too predictable because the opponent can forward dash and punish you pretty much every time. So if the opponent does start predicting you and dashing forward to punish this attack, then you have two options. The first is to just not finish your string in that way, or you can be very risky and just go for the ball roll instead. If they release block, they're gonna get caught immediately for a full combo. And then for my final tip, let's talk about Condom Dash. Now, a lot of players overlooked this move, myself included, because sadly it does replace your ball roll, and that means a lot less combos. But hear me out, this move is actually godlike. So for starters, it's Sub-Zero Slide. This thing has crazy good range, and it hits low, and of course it dodges many projectiles in the game. So it's an all-around great counter zoning tool. Whenever you're far away, this move is great for getting in quickly. And then on top of that, it also hits low, and that's a good thing because Mileena has a lot of overheads. This third hit, that's an overhead. If the opponent expects that, nope, it's a low, boom, 50-50. Right here, high overhead, now it's high, low. Once again, ooh, pretty good mix-up. Even stuff like this, right, ends in an unblockable throw. They're gonna wanna duck, know if you're gonna catch them with the Condom Dash and amplify for some pretty good inescapable damage. It's not a lot, but keep in mind the opponent can't use breakaway, which works really well on ball roll. So already that's pretty good. You have a Sub-Zero Slide kind of move that's great for counter zoning, and it's also a great mix-up on block, but just to make this move even better, you can cancel it, and you can go for a throw, you can go for more pressure, all that good stuff. Now, she doesn't recover as fast as some characters like Scorpion's teleport, and I wish she did, but she still cancels pretty fast, especially for online play, so it's still great for pressure, especially if your opponent is very defensive and loves to block. You can just keep pressuring them, get all that chip damage, or go for more mix-ups. And one final thing I almost forgot to mention, you can actually amplify it twice, and that's not worth the damage 9 times out of 10, but just think about this. That was 23% that was unbreakable. Once I touched the opponent, all of that damage was guaranteed. So if your opponent's low on life, you can guaranteed kill them with this move, even if it costs you 2 bars. And then for the cherry on top, this move is not as punishable as you might think. It's -11, so yes, completely punishable, but it's not as unsafe as Sub-Zero Slide, despite being almost as good. It's a very good move and barely punishable, honestly. Alright, and there you have it, everyone. That's about it for my tips with Mileena, and we also got to see the new skin. I think it looks pretty good. It might be my favorite unless we get the Deception skin, which I do think might be DLC at some point in time. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below. It really does help the channel out a ton. And then finish that combo by suplexing that subscribe button. That way you never miss a future video. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.